Hi, this is Dean Graziosi. Welcome to this week's blog. Hey, thanks for all the great comments last week, and I appreciate the ones about my son, Brody. If you didn't see it, you can check over here, Dean's weekly video blogs. If you're new here, they're really great. I do these every single week. Hey, yesterday, first of all, let me back up. I asked the question in my email, why do people fall down? And, it's really a simple answer, you guys. Most of you nailed it. We fall down so we can learn how to balance. When we fall off a bike, it's because we were unbalanced. We didn't know what we were doing. When you fall, you learn what not to do. When you're a kid, a lot of times you tell I have a 2- and a 4-year-old, as you saw Brody, and I'll get my daughter on here soon. But a lot of times you'll tell them not to do something, or don't touch the stove. But a lot of times they don't stop doing it until they touch the stove and get burned. And it's kind of the same thing. When you fall, you're learning what not to do. So rather than always looking at what went wrong as a bad thing, look at it as a way that you figured out what not to do so you could build towards success. Okay, the last 2 days I just spent in my high-end brainstorm. I call it my 25K group. It's really my genius network marketing group. Joe Polish is the facilitator, great guy, puts together some really smart, successful people, and we talk about how to bring our lives to the next level, our businesses to the next level. I share with you guys a lot how I could be a better teacher to students just like you every single week and provide a good message. And here's one thing, I pull so much wisdom and information and direction and confidence out of these groups, and I give as much as I can too, right? Because that's all a part of it too. It's not necessarily what you can get from people. Remember this is a valuable lesson. It's what you can do for others that comes back around and supports and brings you to another level in life. But one thing I realized yesterday, I think we all are in the pursuit of an easier life, when things will be great and there'll be no more obstacles and no more challenges, and the money will be there, so you could just write a check and everything's fine, right? And I think it's a lot less of that and more of the journey that we're on. Now, the journey we're on, we could look at everything that goes wrong as just the worst thing possible, or we could look at better and more efficient ways to overcome those problems and recover from those problems. I think that's a really big word. Yesterday when I was looking at all the successful people in this room who I respect and share with and really care about, I realized one of the big things they had was fast recovery from when things went wrong. All of them are successful. All of them have to make a lot of money to be there. All of them are self-employed, but all of them still have the problems that most of us all have. They all reach obstacles on the way up. Some of them lost all their money and on their way back up. Some of them have lost it way in the past. But what I realized, and this is a word that I want you guys to keep in your mind because it rang so true yesterday, is your recovery period. If something goes wrong, you can linger and hold on to it and say, I wish it would have went, and whose fault was it? Why does this always happen to me? And a lot of things may happen to you, but all I know is everybody in that room, just watching them talk, had a quick recovery from when things went wrong. They bounced back up, they learned that lesson, and they went on to bigger and better things. So that's my lesson for this week. Think about your recovery time, because things are always going to go wrong. Things are always going to not go down the exact path you hoped in some circumstances. I love it when they do, but they're not always. So what you got to realize is, even on your way up, after your first deal, your 5th deal, your 20th deal, your 100th deal, your 200th deal, like Matt Larson, I use his name a lot because he's still hitting obstacles along the way, but he's learned how to recover, and all successful people do. So I want you to put recovery rate somewhere and learn that when something goes wrong, it's your turn to bounce back and start fresh and use that lesson. I'm Dean Graziosi. Thanks for watching. Want to let you know too, I kind of been keeping this a secret. I'm working on a brand new book, and it is, well, I always think it's my best book, but it's a really amazing book. I'll share that more with you in the coming weeks, but I'm working my tail off getting it done for you guys. I'll chat with you next week. Bye.